All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the finals of Week 2 from the North American Challenger Cup. It's going to be Team Eager facing off against Legion. This should be a great game. Looking at these team rosters, my God, there's some good players coming up in this one, Hindu.
Oh, yeah, Pain de Vion, well-known captain of this team. Adoro alongside him. Panda Cat played very, very well last week, as did well played. DJ Pernicus got MVP, I believe, in North America for some of his hype plays that we saw on that Thor through the late stages of the tournament, the semis and the final. And across the way, obviously, Ego, we've been following them for the most of the day because they just won't stop winning. So if they did stop winning, we would have stopped following them. But anyway, Legion, picks and bans are coming through. We can see Cirquet, as well as Bakasura banned out, along with Bastet and Jabulonque. So things left on the table. Athena is available right now. That's probably one of the priority picks available. Sylvanus also up. And there's an Athena locked in. Pain de Vion's Athena is very, very strong. He's very comfortable on this god. And we've seen a lot of Pain de Vion's Athena before in the past as well, before these sort of tournaments began. Indeed.
It's back over to Team Eager right now to pick up 2. I don't know. Looking at the bans right now, Zhong wasn't banned out. The whole Zhong Geb first and second pickup for the team has worked out quite a bit earlier on. But with this team comp, they don't have a jungler locked in on the side of Legion. I expect that they try that one. They'll just immediately lock in that Nemesis for themselves, so I don't know if they'll go that route. They may. Just to prove me wrong.
Well, they're going to go with Zhong again. I mean, they went for Geb last time around. They Gebbed a couple of times with that, but they've not this time. Sylvanus. But Sylvanus gives protections as well. That's the interesting thing about it. The Wisps give protections as well as a heal. Zhong heals and gets protections from his passive. So that's going to be a big protections composition coming out again from Ejar. Are they going to go for this big wombo combo of sustain all the time through? We'll find out. We'll find out.
I'm also curious what they're going to pick up for DJ Pernicus in the jungle. I believe last week in the finals, he went Mercury all 3 times in a row. Mercury, aside from that, I don't think it's seen much play in the competitive scene for quite a while, with some of the nerfs going back towards the tail end of Season 2.
I think with Mercury right now, there's a lot of other junglers that are up and in the fray, and he doesn't have some good matchups against some of the mid laners too. I mean, take into account he's got to deal with Krakens all day and Whirlpools, and Whirlpools means you can't use special deliveries, and your escapes are kind of limited when there's so much cripple being used. Picks coming backwards and forwards though, Legion with Scylla and Artemis, so the prime hunter picked up by Legion there. At least in my opinion at the moment, Artemis is very, very strong right now. Also, a good matchup against Cupid in lane, so it stops the Cupid sort of pick up, even though, you know, Zatman's not a big fan of the Cupid from what we've seen of him so far. He's not really gone that sort of way, even though it's been available to him. And Nemesis once again picks up, so Dare to Care very comfortable on that Nemesis. Yeah, it's worked out pretty darn well, and we're going to be seeing that come out yet again. With a Thor band out as well, they're going to be kind of pushed back towards, honestly, also tier 2 kind of junglers. The Thor is off the table, Cirquet. I mean, there's some pretty big options still available to them. What will they go for? That was a ban onto Cupid, just to make sure they don't have to deal with any of those little baby shenanigans. No one wants to deal with Cupid. The Fields of Love can be quite nasty when you have guys who are trying to maneuver around the field as much as possible. So is back over now to Legion for their next pick. They still need a jungler. Still looking for a solo lane. It's probably going to be a jungler here. They don't want to give away everything straight away. Obviously, the Thor ban is very smart to take that one away from DJ Pernicus. He's very, very strong on that. He's also very strong on Nemesis as well as DJ Pernicus. They're most of his 2 most well-known jungle gods. And they're actually going to leave the jungler for the last pick here and hover onto Vamana, taking a shot at Anatoly, saying, no, boy, you ain't getting that one this time round.
Definitely. No, I believe it's Adoro no Solar in, right? Don't remember the Legion lineup.
They play what, sorry?
Adoro Soul Laner? I believe.
No, well played. Well played. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's well played. I may be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I may be wrong. I can't remember now.
Sometimes they do weird things like that last game. We thought Albrachacho was the support, and he wasn't. They play shenanigans. But final pick going in for Legion is going to be that Mercury for DJ Pernicus again. You know, he got MVP with using it last week, so
he did use it last week as well. I mean, like I said, he's one of the only ones. He's one of the only ones we've really seen using it much in the competitive scene right now. Mercury is still strong, still has crit potential. You know, as always, has hyper carry into the late stages of the game. Allows that. And if you look at the composition of Legion, their late game is disgusting. Yeah. They've got Scylla, Artemis and Mercury for late game, along with a Vamana for tankiness, as well as Athena for setup damage potential with the taunt into I'm a monsters. That's disgusting, that composition right now. This is the best of 3, by the way, boys. Just so you know, if people at home are asking right now, is it best of 3? Yes, it is. But Eager across the way, look at their comp.
That Odin final pickup. Athena can't get out of it, shy of using the Defender of Olympus. Vamana can't get out of it, plus it's going to shut down the healing from Colossal Fury. Mercury cannot get out of it. And with that attack speed slow coming off of it as well, that's going to do a lot of shutdown for those guys. So again, it's going to come down to if they get caught in that ring of spears, if they're not good with their positioning. The fight's going to be deadly.
Fire Giant and Gold Fury control. Odin can control those against all these gods. He rings them out. Athena will not be looking to take Blink if she can damn well help it. It's not something you normally see on Athena, which means that she has to jump onto a teammate to get in range or jump in herself. If they're ringed out, Vamana can't get in. Mercury cannot get in. Athena can get in. Sorry, Athena can't get in. Scylla technically can get in, but do you really want to send your Scylla to the front line to try and engage her Gold Fury? Not the best idea in the world. And that's one of those picks that I think is really smart from Eager for this composition, is that Odin's control will be helpful. In laning phase, it's going to be a farm off, pretty much. Pretty much a farm off.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, all that's said and done, not really much more we can talk about here before the game gets started, guys. The anti-ghost timer is currently ticking away. It's game 1 of the best of 3 finals here for the North American Challenger Cup Week 2. Legion facing off against the crowd favorite, Team Eager. We'll see who comes out victorious in this first game just a little bit, guys. Stick around, enjoy the music. And with Pain Devion dancing and jumping her way, his way, whatever, down the mid lane, we start out with game number 1 of the finals here. Legion facing off against Team Eager in this first match of the finals for the North American Challenger Cup Week number 2. I'm Zayden here once again with the one, the only Hindu man.
Okay, this game already, itemization builds is one thing to talk about. At the start of this, Lasses had gone straight for a boots rush and beads. Very early beads online for him. He doesn't want to get hit by a Sikkim special delivery combination in the early stages of the game. So picking up those early beads is going to relieve that potential of pressure on him. Meanwhile, well played playing this Vamana, realizes he's up against an Odin, has gone 4 health potions, 2 multi-potions for ridiculous amounts of sustain in this lane. Also, in case he gets invaded at the blue buff, he's also picked up Bluestone Pendant, and that's why he's got multi-potions as well, just in case he does need to take even more. But he's gone for a very defensive approach to this lane, realizing that the early game potential from Odin's burst could cripple him. Other than that, though, standard builds across the board for everybody else.
Yeah, the Soul Lane, also one of these guys, makes a pretty huge mistake. The bird bombs, that's Odin's, bread and butter. They're pretty easy to dodge out of. Worst case, well played, has to use the, clear the path to avoid it.
I mean, it's all about positioning yourself correctly in the lane when you go for the waves, right? Because he wants to use the bird bomb combo with the lunge to make sure he hits the wave as well as do damage if possible. So if you position yourself out of it, it's not that difficult to dodge. But then with an umbrella rang on well played, that's how he's going to clear the wave. So he kind of has to line himself up like a bit of a presentable target. So he is going to eat some poke in this lane standardly. So it's a bit of backwards and forwards, really, between these two.
I think isn't about level 6, level 7, an umbrella ring plus an armor umbrella will clear the wave out in its entirety.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much that's what you're looking for to do for the most part, is just use that over and over again. The other issue for well played is he's also going to have to deal with the ring, which is going to reduce healing, and then Nemesis' ultimate. Divine Judgment is going to wreck his life if he's in big baby form too. So he's just going to watch out for that one. Oh god, pull on the left hand side already early on in this one onto Panda Cat, putting the pressure on, but Pain Devion returns the damage back onto Aurora. But Aurora should be able to sustain most of that back up with those 4 Marder potions and the wisps.
That was a beautiful pull. Unfortunately, the minion wave was looking to gun him down as well. Those 3 archers, about the equivalent of a hunter extra worth of damage, so you don't want to mess with those guys if you don't have to. And imagine here with that minion wave approaching tower, they're going to look for it again in just a moment. And, Soul Lane, some weird rotations coming out of the mid. Lassus took a stroll through the jungle a minute ago, and the junglers have they looked like they were leaving and they went back to the Soul for another wave, because why not?
They both wanted to help out in the mid. Adoro's a bit out of position here. Going to have to use Sentinel. At least he picked it up at level 3. That Sentinel purchase there is one of those things that junglers like to do to check what Scyllas have picked up. Because if a Scylla misplays and accidentally puts a second point in Crush, or goes aggressive and doesn't go safe with the 3rd level pick of Sentinel, they can put themselves in a really bad spot. They're going to catch Adoro here. He's not going to have Sentinel, but there's not really a chance for ingression. Good rotation from DJ Pernicus in response, though, at knowing his back harpies were stolen, so he's still even on experience up against Dare to Care.
Over in that left lane, Pain Devion. It's almost like Athena, you want to preempt the strike through the wave, help clear it out. With Aurora, with those AoE attacks coming off the Sylvanus, plus that Nature's Grasp, they cannot look to aggress in any way, shape, or form right now, with just that abundance of wave clear from Sylvanus and Rama. It's a rough
the push power
matchup.
Push power is huge in favor of having a Sylvanus, especially because they did the smart thing and gave the attack speed buff to Aurora on the Sylvanus. He can solo push this wave quicker than Rama could, even with the attack speed buff, just because of the AoE splash damage that comes down. His attack speed is insane with that.
Indeed, Sonic Boom. This might just be DJ Pernicus making noise, as Mercury so much like to do. At least he isn't spam clapping yet. That gets annoying. But they can definitely look for the engage. Lasses, Dare to Care, the slows, I don't know, it would be messy. But we're coming up on the 3-minute mark. These guys are going to be looking for some group ups and maybe a little bit of a contention over this left side Harpy camp here.
This fight's 50-50. 50-50 with this composition they both have right now. Sylvanus only level 4, so is paid Divion. They both have about the same amount of pressure available to them. Crush comes over, connects, doesn't find the Harpies though. Let's go to Eager. Right's Legion are going to be on the scene for first. A Hog should be available. Dare to Care just use Dash to close the gap though. Good cripple from Adoro and crush damage onto Aurora, but that's all she wrote for now. Pain Divion is going to actually just ult out for the safety factor there. Everything's even for the moment.
Indeed, although, once again, Team Eager managed to sneak in most of those mid-Harpy camps. They are on top of those camps. I wish I had the stat number for that, because it is kind of getting absurd at this point. Just by those little bit of extra gold and experience pickups from the Harpy. Oh, that pull! Coming in, monster coming out, not going to be used in time. Lasses plus Dare to Care. That damage coming out. They spent a lot, but they got first blood.
First blood was big there. Big play from Adoro coming out after the Sentinel was already used. The pull was good. Now they're going to rotate left lane. Artemis overextended, but Sonic Boom comes out. They're looking for Zapman, but the problem is Zapman takes to the sky as the ball comes out. Astral Barrage is being used. Ball! Tusky's going to delay for a second onto Dertica. Then hit Adoro, which is going to buy them time. But the route from Adoro into the Wrath of Terror secures one. Can they pick up Mercury 2?
They're looking for it right now. 1 or 2 attacks. Nature's Grasp will not connect. And it looks like DJ will have managed to just barely survive that engagement. Team Eager coming out strong early on. I mean, these fights are... I don't know. That's my favorite thing on Ram. Zapman was so close to getting picked off in the middle of the fight. He was getting collapsed in on. And rather than getting caught up by that Tusky, he used the Astral Barrage to go up into the air, get that immunity, get that sort of pseudo-Aegis effect where no one can damage him. And that allowed him to drop back down once the rest of the team arrived and turn that fight once again into another kill for themselves.
6 seconds in the egg buys you so much time in Astral Barrage. Now they're looking to invade the purple. This is too risky though. This 4 members surrounding them. They're low on mana. Odoro has no ultimate. He's just using the last engagement. He's going to be a sacrificial lamb here. Zapman salutes him and then wanders back to his side of the map. Odoro can be the first kill for Legion this game, and they defend their own jungle, but they don't defend their speed buff.
I think it just comes down to Aurora just constantly trying to give everybody hugs, and nobody wants anything to do with it.
He's just trying to make Zapman feel better, so he's not the one that's always feeding on the team. It's gonna be Adoro instead, you know. He's gonna share the workload. Team player.
The supports, yeah, they're unsung heroes.
Oh, Lassis is caught out of position here. He did a good job of juking the Sonic special delivery. Sorry. Now he's gonna have to pop the circle of protection into the recall. Demons Gold Fury's been aggro too. Aegis was too early. I'm a monster comes out from Adoro, and Lassis is gonna go down. Tusky's actually starting the Gold Fury. Tusky a bit too early there. Too early.
Yeah. Taking a little glance at Soul Lane. Soul Lane, nothing going on. As we pretty much expected, a little bit of a wet noodle fight. They really can't kill each other at this point unless someone like goes to sleep at their keyboard and just stands there for 5 minutes. That said, the rest of the map, a lot of action going on so far. Not that many kills on the board, with that said. And looking at items, Devourer's Gauntlet's online for Zapman right now. But it looks like Panda Cat just a little bit behind on gold with something. Never mind. I misspoke.
Well, it looks like Tony gets a little bit bites off too much than he can chew over here. His lunge is on cooldown for a few more seconds. He's going to wait 4 more. The slow is good, though. The slow is going to buy him enough time to disengage. He was looking to go aggressive for that blue buff. Didn't find it there. But luckily, Gungir's Mike came to the rescue. That slow, 40% is such a big amount. It's just not that easy to land. Mid-camps, though, which way did you see they go? Did you see them at all?
I did not see the numbers. It was very close. Crush may, in fact, have stolen them away.
Well, experiencing gold just ever so slightly in Eager's favour, not by a lot though. Rights are going to go to Eager, just extending that a little bit further for the time being. And right inside, Tolly's under a bit of pressure here again by Well Played. Well Played doing a good job on this Vamana. As you expect though, this lane will pretty much just be a farm off until junglers show their face.
Indeed. I don't know. Never mind. I was going to say, do you expect to teleport off of any of these guys? Blink on the Odin makes a lot more sense. The lunge, bird bomb, a little too easy to telegraph. The blink gives you that kind of instant, right, immediate, I'm going to blink, ring of spears, somebody is stuck and not getting out of it. Vamana,
he's got double option then, yeah.
Vamana, I expect to see, I wouldn't be surprised to see the teleport coming out. That allows him to just kind of stay in that solo lane, just constantly push, push, push. Teleport across the map to join up a team fight. But there's some options for a curse, potentially. Look to shut down people, look to slow people down. Maybe a shell. Teleport's not a guarantee.
Sprint. I mean, sprint is one thing because you'd have to go for Fatalis. Yes. You could also go for Shell. You could also look at Weakening Curse, which could be an option to deal with the anti-heal. So to deal with the healing coming out from Aurora and also from Lassis on this Exorcism using Zhong. So there's lots of options that you're going to be able to see coming out from Wayplayed on this Vamana. Grouping on the left-hand side here, Dirtica is in the area. Is there a ward spotting him out right now? I don't think there is. They've not got no vision of this right now. But there's going to be no engagement for the time being. Panda Cat being very, very passive with that. He's not going to go too aggressive. Very intelligent play for now.
Yeah, Verdant Growth not going to get this time. Panda Cat will be all right for now. I mean, look at the current state of the game. There's Tusk coming down to Pandivan, as well as a Sonic Boom from downtown from Protocast. Aurora, or Zaman, excuse me, caught out and shut down. Defender Olympus coming out as well. Looking for a special delivery from that one. Not really going to be landing too much. Aurora picks up the kill with a couple of auto attacks. A little bit of dot damage as well.
One for one.
Protocast, 1 for 1. I like it.
Yeah, it was a jungler for the AD carries. That man did go down. He couldn't get to the sky in time. He wanted to use Astral Barrage. Couldn't actually manage to find it because he immediately got hit by Tusky into the full wombo of death and destruction. Lassis and Adoro did rotate in, but they weren't able to get there in time to really get involved as much as they would have liked to. So it's 3 for 3, and it's still pretty much all even.
Indeed. Support's going for the double Shoes of Focus route. I kind of expect, I don't know. It's actually a movement speed, but on Sylvanus, I kind of personally prefer to go with the Wing Blade. It's just an overall, it's like everything you want. You get that attack speed, which on Sylvanus' AoE attacks, and it's a little bit later now, you aren't really laning so much anymore, so that's less of an effect. But you get that health, and you get that movement speed off it as well, plus cooldown reduction. It's like everything a Sylvanus wants, all wrapped into one nice little bundle. Shoot of Focus, more cooldown reduction, more movement speed, but you don't get that health you want to be that kind of frontliner as the sport.
Yep, so Midcap's going to spoil the left-hand side now. Eager in a good position to start these ones off, but they're not flashing just yet. So Legion's 4-man army looking for aggression onto Aurora here again. The taunt does connect. Cripple does not. Crush does not. And with the card thrown out by Lassis, they reset, but they do get the left-hand Harpies. Do Legion. Eagers should know the right ones are up soon. Lassis in position. Dedica on his way round.
Dedica actually coming out of the Legion side of the jungle after stealing away that speed buff. DJ probably not going to be too thrilled about that, but they are in position right now to take these right side camps. Going to be brought down very, very quickly. There's the Blink Bringer Spears. A bunch of guys caught down in the middle of this one. Dedica picks up Pernicus, and it looks like Pain to Beyond is not far behind. Trying to get out with Defender of Olympus. Not going to be able to do so. Will get brought down. It's now down to Well Played and Adore. Can they turn us around? One picked up. Can they kill him for a second? Looking for damage onto Aurora. He's Sylvanus. He's going to have Wisp in just a second. And with guys kind of going every which direction, looks like they managed to split them up just enough to stop any additional kills coming out.
Yeah, for the time being, they have managed to split that one off for the time being.
Looks like
so it's in a really good position.
That man dueling it out in the left side of jungle, boxing out Tusky already used. That man going up Natural Barrage is not winning this duel right now.
Scylla's coming.
The taunt,
Scylla's coming.
Backs, and Scylla. This is not going to end too well. Rolling Assault out of that trap, but unfortunately...
The trap.
Yeah.
Trapped up.
Comes in, I believe the root applies on the end of the Rolling Assault, doesn't it?
The root does apply. No, the root basically he beats the root, but the dot damage off the trap managed to kill him. Is the reason that he still went down there.
That.
So yeah, did he not beat that?
I
guess he was in an immunity. It looked like he was in immunity. I'm not sure what happened there.
I think the Rolling Assault out of a trap, it applies at the end of the roll. It's like some weird interaction where you Rolling Assault before you hit the trap, and then you move, but you still get rooted. It's one of those weird kind of interactions that comes out every now and again.
That's Smite for you. Weird interactions. 11.5 minutes in now. 5-5 on the scoreboards. Gold Fury still standing for both teams. Golden Experience still even. It's like 200 at the moment. Either way, in Golden Experience-wise, it's still anyone's game. For a final, this is tight. It's close. Legion would like to go clear at the top of the charts. But an engagement on the left-hand side once again. Artemis is in a lot of trouble. Athena's going to be ulting in response. What's going to happen next?
Panda Cat coming in low on health. Can they find the kill? He's trying to run away from the damage from Aurora as well as that man. That man threads one straight past Panda Beyond. Gets the kill in the end. The gang's coming out of these guys. It's been one after the other, and little things like that. Eventually, one of these teams is going to turn this into a Gold Fury. It's been sitting there. It's been like beckoning, come kill me. Tusky even saying, like, let's kill the Gold Fury guys. And like, no.
I think Tusky was more interested in the Gold Fury than the rest of the team so far. They've not really had the opportunity to do it. But looking at mid lane now, Toli's looking for a gank onto Scylla. Now, Scylla, not the easiest target in the world to try and kill. It's not that easy to bring down right now.
I just lost my connection to...
You've lost your connection. Pause. 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 Pause.
Okay, I believe it just came back up.
Okay,
Rewind.
we paused. No, just leave it where it is. Just 1 second.
All right, guys, we are back in live. Sorry about that. The connection to Twitch
Don't
got
worry.
interrupted very briefly. We're live. We're good to go.
Okay, chat.
Small
Okay,
hiccup. I
just
apologize.
let them all relax first. Let them all relax for a second. There we go.
Brief
Calm
hiccup.
down. Calm down. Don't cry. Don't cry. You didn't miss anything. We saw it went down too. Don't worry. You're good, chat? Yeah? You good? You good?
Okay. Okay.
You good, chat? Chill out.
We're
Chill
back.
out. Yeah? Okay? Good. There we go.
Just a brief moment.
Right over.
I blame Twitch.
No more picnics.
I blame Twitch.
No more picnics.
All right, get this back underway, guys. Same point, we didn't miss anything as of yet. Just watching Adoro stroll her way through the jungle his way. I keep doing it as the god. The god's her. Adoro, I'm pretty sure he's a guy, but I'm calling Adoro her anyway because, well, Scylla's a girl. Whatever.
Taunt comes onto Zatman. He's not going to get tower aggro there on the left as Dirty Care was in the area. They're looking for the gold here, are eager right now. I'm going to see if they can pick this one up right now. But at the moment, they've not got the opportunity to do it. They're going to have to rotate mid to deal with Well Played, who's rotated over here. This does give Totally time to take down the tier 1 tower, though. And if he doesn't rotate back, they're going to have to go for a Gold Fury now, a Legion. Otherwise, Totally getting a tier 1 for free here.
Yeah. Some pings coming out, some rotation calls, but looks like mid Harpies on the left side going the way of Legion. They're looking for the right-hand side in just a moment as well. Right side tower will fall. Totally will pick that up. Overall, there's a little... No. Wait. How do Team Eager have a 1.5k gold lead? Where did that come from?
It's just extended just because they picked up 1 or 2 little kills along the way, I'm guessing. But don't forget the tower. The tower. Tower gives gold. The tower gives some experience. Well, it's 100 gold per player. So it's 500 gold. 500 gold, and plus a little bit of lead elsewhere because of the mid-harpies too. That's a big difference.
Yeah, the math is hard. It threw me for a loop there for a second. The kills are even. Where the hell did that come from? Mostly that.
Well, Zatman took a lot of poke trying to steal away that purple buff. Didn't find it, has to roll away. Wisps will heal him up along with the sustain from Devour's Gauntlets for now. Tolly's now rotating mid lane after taking down that tier 1 tower. Well played, still hanging around there. Going to rotate back to his right-hand side now. And now they're going to have to deal with that one as well.
And looking at things overall, Gold Fury has yet to even be really considered so far for either of these teams. We're getting to that point in the game. They're going to have to start looking to group up, start looking for team fights, start looking for more objectives. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. This kind of slow back and forth play, eventually they need to take objectives.
Honestly, both these compositions are about either A, finding a pick and snowballing from there, or wait for team fights, because they've both got such big team fight presences that it's going to be a backwards and forwards. It's about burst once again up against massive amounts of sustain that they're both looking for. Big exorcism coming out into Pain Divion there, and Zatman rolling in, going to force Pain Divion away, but he's got ultimate available, so he can come back if they go for the Gold Fury. Meanwhile, right hand side, the Hunters are dueling right now. Panda Cat gets caught out, forced to use Boar. Zatman uses Astral Barrage. There's Pain Divion's ultimate, but that means Pain Divion could get caught out here. Oh, the backside though, Adoro does turn up.
They're looking for it. Forced to send them well, though. Pain Divion in the middle of 4. Found a good taunt, but there was no damage to follow up on it. DJ Pernicus finds Zatman looping around the backside. Sonic Boom is still available. Can he save Panicat's life on a solo? Life still coming out, trying to stay alive. Derek with the slice and dice says, no, sir, you will not survive this one. There's a Sonic Boom looking for a roar in the back. Special delivery, auto attacks coming out. The Wisp doing some healing, but he finds the kill. Derek low as well. Can Pernicus clean up? He was the MVP last week, and I imagine he's looking to do the same. But no, the Retribution Shield gets the heal up. Pernicus falls instead. They're still trying to close this game out, but Lassus and Dare to Care. One turns around, Adoro answers back.
Nice
Lassus,
combo.
the sentinel on the wall.
Gets the sentinel away. Pain Divion should be able to get out of this one too. Oh no, the card is applied. The ticks are only 1 second for him to strike to come up. He's going to pick him up as well. 9-8. Lassus goes 1, and 5. He got involved in that. And now we're going to have a bit of a pause, boys. I don't know what's going on here, but guys, I've not had an update from why the pause is coming out. So we'll just sit here for a moment and see if it just whittles away with time. Absolute madness in that fight.
Indeed,
Madness.
and right now, I mean, looking at the overall state of things, it's every single time a fight comes out, if not in the same fight they go even, it's evened out immediately, like a minute or so later. This game is back and forth, non-stop. Team Eager had built themselves a little bit of a lead, but on the tail end of that fight, gold is back down to 500 in favor of Eager. I mean, they have the lead, but can they hold on to it? Legion, they want to come out of this one big, look to go into, it's the best of 3 matchup. They want to have the first game under their belt. You don't want to be in a situation where we have to win 2 now to keep ourselves in this one. It's, I believe, 45 seeding points. I'm not, or is it 35? For
Let me just double
first or
check
second.
quickly. I should know this. It's 60 seeding points for second. It's 100 for first. So it's a 40 difference between the two. So there's the game on pausing. We didn't have to wait too long for that. Hoorah! Let's back to the action. And we can watch Lasses farming the remnants of these creeps in the left-hand lane after that crazy team fight that we just saw. And that's exactly what we're going to see, Zidane, throughout the rest of this game, okay? Yeah. Is that both teams are going to collide in a massive warhead. And honestly, on paper, it's going to be crits and burst versus sustained damage and sustained composition coming out from EGR. Oh, sorry, Eager, as I should say. I keep saying EGR.
Chat's not happy about you with that.
I know, right? It's like, well, get on with it. Gold Fury's been started, though.
There's
what we're going to see,
baby.
big baby.
Ring of Spears as well. The Gold Fury is getting low. It's going to come down to a Wrath of the Gods off right now. Legion will steal it away. Can they turn the kills and kills?
Really good steal.
Well played. Gets the kill in the roar. Anatoly falls immediately as well. Legion turning that Gold Fury attempt on its head. Eager definitely bit off more they can chew.
Big mistakes.
Yeah. They're looking to turn this into a couple more, but they got away. It's going to be some extra jungle buffs as kind of like additional icing on the cake. Maybe the cherry on top of that ice cream sundae. Legion.
It's big mistakes, though. It's big mistakes that is going to cost you the game. Totally should have ringed earlier in that situation, or they should have dropped the Gold Fury immediately. Because well played when Big Baby formed, Athena could dunk in and steal it away. That was what we talked about with the Odin pick. You ring them out so they can't get in. Totally took a little bit too long, or they couldn't get in the position to ring correctly. And so well played gets in. He should have reset. They should have reset it there. They give away a Gold Fury. And now, Zatman gets beat down on the left as well from Pain Divion, helping with Panda Cat to pick up that kill on the left and right hand side. Dare to Care could be a bit of trouble here too. No, I'm lying. It's well played. That's in trouble.
Slice and dice down for the slow. Here comes Lasses trying to find extra. Sonic Boom trying to keep him alive. Recall Demon's out. This is going to be a dead baby right now. He will fall. Can DJ Pernicus also get out? Special delivery is available. Mercury is pretty quick to begin with. He's going to be able to stroll his way on out of the side jungle. But a kill for the left side Auto Tower. Got to give that one to Legion nevertheless.
They're going to get the tail on the left-hand side. Mid lane, though, it looks like the lunge has been used by Totally going deep for Adoro just as the special delivery arrived from DJ Pernicus. And now that means with the right-hand side of the map still only having all the Eager members, they get a tier 2 on the left as well.
That's pretty big. You lose a guy and get a tower, it's worth it any day of the week. The fact that it was a kill going in the favor of Legion as well in the middle of the lane. Legion just went from behind by about 500 gold to being in the lead by about 4,000. This is one of those this could be the turning point. We're about 18 minutes in. It's not over.
It really could. They have to go back to base and use that gold to their advantage, though. Right now, some of the members haven't been back to base since this all happened. When they do, that gold will come into play. So for the next few seconds, it's okay. But when they go back to base is when the impact will make... Wait another 2 minutes. 20-minute mark. This gold impact that you can see on the screen now will come into play. And it'll probably affect the next team fight as well. Gold Fury is down for another 2.5 minutes. So it'll probably be the Gold Fury, honestly, where you'll see this gold difference make an impact. Unless something changes between now and then.
Yeah, look at the XP leads as well. You can start seeing that showing on the levels. Generally, like across the board, it's like 1 to 2 level difference for all these guys. And a little bit of extra level scaling, you get the extra rank and ability, can add up to quite a bit. You look at guys like Odin, a lot of his combo comes from that Ring of Spears, or not, excuse me, the Bird Bomb combo with his Lunge and the Raven Shout. That's not really scaling up anymore. He's building towards either an Ichival or an Odysseus Bow. It's an interesting route to go. The Ichival will help shred away some power. The Odysseus Bow could do some AoE damage, but without a lot of physical power, it's not going to do a whole lot. So I don't know personally how that will work out once that's actually built up. But Odin, we're kind of at a point. Odin has kind of peaked already in this game. He'll still be contributing to fights, but he's not going to be getting those stronger bird bombs.
Sonic Boom just went off in mid lane, didn't connect with anyone. That's going to be on cooldown for now. Can they get any follow-up from that? I don't think so. It was a good rotation for them. Not going to find it, though. Well, as you said, Odin's going to build Hide of the Urchin, which he's got online now. He's just going to be a tanky frontliner more than anything else. The attack speed's cool. Bit of penetration that he'll probably get. I expect Iqval. He may go for Bow, though. Lasses in mid lane, though, had to use Recall Demons there, I believe. And that's going to be on... Sorry, that's a lie. I'm sorry, I saw Wisps and thought it was Recall Demons. Sonic special delivery misses. That man gets caught out, gets hit by a crit. The crit was big. Ults into the sky to get out of trouble. Can he find the sniper on Pernicus? He doesn't need to, because the Wisps do the work. But Panda Cat gets a double. They're looking for a triple. Can he find out to a roar? He can't. He needed one more hit. And he's got to get out and live for now. But they're going to get the tower in mid lane from that. They're getting the tower on the right-hand side as well. Legion is starting to snowball just a little bit in this game.
Someone just gave that little pile of snow at the top of the hill that little push. It's starting its way down the hill. Hasn't yet started rolling out of control, but Legion are kind of like starting to they want to get behind it and start pushing it further, faster and faster. Mid tower under threat as well, while over in that right lane, Well Played is still trying to push that tower forward against Anatoly. Daredevil in a spot of trouble as well. The poke coming down from both Scylla and Panda Cat might force Daredevil back to base sooner rather than later, and Aurora's in trouble.
Aurora's dead. Aurora's dead. Adoro finds the kill. He's going to look for the second Iron Monster onto him. Gonna find it for the double onto Dare to Care as well. Another 2 pickups. A tier 2 tower. 2 tier 1 towers. All in that engagement from Legion. Now they're in the driving seat again because 40 seconds until Dare to Care's back up. Pain DV ulting onto Panda Cat. They're going for the FG right now.
It's underway. Nobody even looking to head over that way. They're going to get this one for free on the back of those couple of picks and towers. That was a huge overall play by Legion. Now, right now, look at the current state of the Challenger Cup overall. Legion secure this series. They'll be sitting nice and pretty up at 200 seeding points, and really nobody's going to be too close behind. It's going to be about an 80-point difference.
A clear window of opportunity this is going to develop for the Legion right now. Eager, though, this week are going to get themselves some much-needed points after what happened the week before. But right now, I mean, this is still game 1. At the moment, Legion in the driving street. We know what Smite's like. Anything can happen.
Yep.
Shoutouts to Cloud9 versus, you know,
was it,
that wrong game.
It was a while ago.
We forget the salty tears of salty tears. But games can switch around quite quickly. The only difference is the hyper carry from Legion in this game is very much viable, and we said this earlier on. Scylla's late game is disgusting. Artemis' late game is disgusting. DJ Pernicus' late game is disgusting. And then you've still got to deal with a big baby.
For sure. And
so
big baby.
It's not an easy. Yes, the sustain comp from Eager is very, very strong. It's just that they need to get to that late game themselves. But if they get to late game, they've got less of a late game. Zapman's very good in Rama late game. The Rama is good in the later stages. Not as good as Artemis, though. Yeah. And Dare to Care on this Nemesis, very good at bringing down these targets. But is it better than a Mercury and an Artemis? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be rough. We're getting towards the late stages already. 4th items are being worked on right now into the 5ths. With the 5 Giant online and all the tier 2 towers downside, and it's up to defense at Phoenixes, which is a potential for them to get picks.
And possibly the most scary thing overall, that Fire Giant buff still has about 90 seconds left on it as well. Or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Math is hard. It wears off at the 1 minute mark, so they have about just over 2 minutes left on that, which means that their pings just came out down that left lane. They want to take these Phoenixes down. They don't want to let up on this. They just hit an interesting point. Level 20 was just reached in the middle of a Fire Giant right lane tower siege by both Artemis and Scylla. That means they're going to slightly stop scaling up. They're still going to be building items, getting more powerful through that. But there's a small window of opportunity here for Team Eager to start capitalizing on the fact that they're still leveling up, they're still getting more ranks and abilities, they're still getting more level scaling, and look to turn that into some pretty big advantages, and look to turn this game back around.
Well, left-hand side, we're going to be working on pushing down, like you said. Vamana's going to split push right. Pernicus was on the right-hand side. They're just pushing that in a bit. So they've pushed all 3 lanes identically here. Maybe they'll look for a split push. Maybe they'll look for a group in. The strength of Eager's team is definitely in a big AoE team composition fight. And there we go. Aurora blinks in. Wrath of Terror does not hit onto Panda Cat because he blocked with the immunity of the ball. Panda Cat brings him down in seconds. The burst onto Adoro. The ultimate used right there to get onto him, and now the Phoenix is under assault and dropping low away. Well played, leading the charge on this Vamana into the bases. Middle Phoenix goes down to DJ Pernicus. This could be the end of game 1 very quickly, Zayden.
Indeed, Titan is under threat. Mid Phoenix was brought down very, very quickly. Looking at the right side, Phoenix as well. It's down to half. There's Ring of Spears drop down. Only found DJ Pernicus. The Phoenix is about to fall. He's trying to juke around the outside of this pit. Panda Cat finds Anatoly. DJ Pernicus is picked up by Zapman. The fight is fully committed right here. They need to make their stand and hold on to this Phoenix. Well played, trying to bring it down. Still about 25%. Adoro finds the kill to Dare to Care. They want to clean up. I'm a Monster. Second kill coming out off of that one. Third one, I don't know what
brutal.
The third one. But
he's not going to find the 3rd one right now. But there's Pain Divion ulting in for the donk damage onto the Titan. The team groups up, looking to bring this down. Crush out. Zapman doing his best to get player damage and try and find some kills in defense. And that is going to be the end of how this game went down. Game 1 goes to Legion. They continue their winning ways of what they did last week going into this week. They have to win 1 more up against Eager to secure themselves first spot once again this week and a clear lead over the rest of the pack. Damage numbers, show them, Isaiden.
They, I want to see these numbers as well. 25,900 damage on Panda Cat.
Ridiculous.
That's over double the damage of anybody on the side of Eager. And it showed. When Aurora initiated on that left lane, trying to defend that Phoenix, he blinked forward, Tusky got dropped down, and Panda Cat just ripped him apart with the help of Adoro. Aurora, before he even had time to hit the Wrath of Terra, he was already down to 25% health. He popped Wrath of Terra, he died. That was it. That was kind of the last little bit of the game. Your tanky frontliner is gone, most of your crowd control is gone. Legion were able to turn that into Phoenix, Phoenix, and then finally the Titan. Aurora just just got ripped a new one in that last initiation.
Yeah, the last initiation, he made the play, but they saw it coming. It was too preemptive. Yeah. He blinked, Wrath of Terror, immediately Panda Cat popped the ultimate response, so it cancelled out the knock-up effect onto him, and then they all had to back away from the boars as well. So guys, that's game 1 out of the way. We'll be back very, very shortly with game 2. As soon as these guys are ready to go, we'll be ready to go as well.